Our resident bartender and teacher, Brad, is here from Brown Derby. How's it going, buddy?
It's great. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it is.
Wine drinking day.
It is a good wine drinking day. I was just thinking how wonderful it would be to be out on a vineyard having a sip of wine and, well, that's going to happen when I win Mega Millions on Friday.
We'll start doing a show outside.
Okay, no problem. I'll probably
We'll buy a set.
I'll buy Brown Derby on Friday. So we're talking wine, one of my most favorite things ever. I know that it's becoming more and more popular with men and women all the time. What did you bring today?
And the popular things are changing. You know, like last week it was kind of about Chardonnay and how that's changed from the unoaked. And really one of the hottest categories in the wine world, especially in red wine, has been blends. People know Cabernet Sauvignon, they know Merlot, they know Pinot Noir. But what's gotten very popular is these blends, and they're almost called kitchen sink blends. I mean, you all know what's in them predominantly because it's a bunch of grapes you've never heard of.
Okay.
But also I brought a traditional red blend that they do call Meritage, which is more Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Malbec. And then I brought two others. It's kind of the new trend called The Culprit and Banshee Mordecai.
What was that one on the end you said?
This one or this one?
Yeah, you said a name of a wine I've never heard of before. A type. What was the blend called?
The Meritage.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
So traditionally, a red blend was a Meritage, and that's 5 grapes.
Okay.
It's Cabernet Sauvignon, it's Merlot, it's Petit Verdot, it's Malbec, and blank on the 5th one. But that's 5 traditional grapes that go in it.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 in there. I'll get it. Cabernet Franc.
There you go. Hey!
So that's the 5 traditional blending grapes. And that's what people think of. They think of those blends. But when we go into what's popular today, we get into varietals like Syrah, Zinfandel, Grenache, Mourvedre. Again, most people haven't heard of them, but they give a different taste profile.
Okay.
It's almost a juicier, jammier style versus a Cabernet, which is a little bit more full-bodied, drier style. And we'll taste them, and you can tell us what you think.
Okay. And you were checking to make sure these were corked.
They're not corked.
They're not corked.
I was hoping they weren't corked.
What does that mean?
So sometimes these corks here they're part of the tree. So you can get good batches and bad batches of cork. And so what happens is if this cork is bad, it'll actually let oxygen get in. It's not going to seal it properly. And when that get in, it almost, I'll use the term, can start to spoil the wine. So most people have had a corked wine and probably didn't know it because there's different levels. I mean, some are...
But you're experts, so you know.
But when you smell like wet cardboard or dirty socks, I mean, literally, we'll get one hopefully one of these days and you can taste it. You'll be like, whoa, now I get it.
Nobody's ever wished for me to drink a bottle of wine that tastes like dirty socks, but... like I said, I'll do anything else.
Once you taste one, you know it. When you're at a restaurant or you buy one, you'll know it's corked. You can say, hey, this bottle's off. I need another one.
Oh, wow. That's what would happen if I took Shadow with me. She's in here because she saw the wine. Excuse me, my wine is corked. Give me a new bottle. And she probably wouldn't tell you until she drank the bottle.
Basically, yeah, her wine would be corked.
What are we having here?
This is a property from Sonoma. It's called Leaf. It's called Fleur de Lis. It's actually owned by John Charles Boisset and his family. He's a French gentleman that's gotten into wine business over here in California. Makes really good red wines. And we're going to kind of graduate up. We're going to go like $10 to $15 to $20. So we're all in kind of the premium segment.
Okay.
And this is a blend of the 3 predominant grapes, which are Cabernet, Sauvignon, Merlot, and Malbec. So I would call this your kind of more traditional blend, if you will.
I would probably pick that not knowing the difference because I like Malbecs. People are smacking their lips. Brad's a spitter today. I'm not. Are you Shadow?
Oh, hell no. I have a plastic cup and I'm not spitting.
Just staring at the rest of people.
All plastic today.
That's what we should do. So this is that, to me, it's what red blends do for people is they can be softer than when something says Cabernet Sauvignon. First of all, if it's from California and it says Cabernet on the label, it needs to be 75% to be called a Cabernet Sauvignon. But these blends, when you can throw in a Merlot and a Malbec, you can kind of soften the wine, round the wine out, and really make it easier to approach. It's ready to drink.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know the correct term, but I don't want to say like Kool-Aid, but I mean, it's not as stout as some wines.
And that's the Merlot and the Malbec, giving that juicy, more jammy character versus Cabernet, which is more full-bodied and black fruits and different things.
And it leaves my mouth pretty dry after I taste it. Does that mean it's a dry wine?
Yeah, it's dry.
Okay.
It's dry.
So what dry means? What do people say it's a dry wine?
Well, there's different levels. I mean, there's things that can cause dryness, but, you know, there's tannins that you can kind of taste. It all depends on your palate where it hits.
Okay.
But a dry wine is mostly California, Cabernet, Merlot. Those are all dry red wines.
Okay.
And it just means you can, all the flavors and tannins and profiles go through your palate that way, and it's not sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we trying
All
next?
right, we're going to change it up. This is probably one of the most popular red blends we have in the store, if you can get over the gremlin on the front of it. But
I kind of like him.
it's the
Looks like
culprit.
my ex-boyfriend.
Was his nickname the culprit?
Probably. For the idiot.
This,
Just doing the glass.
wow, fancy,
She's
fancy.
She always got plastic cups lined up in here.
And so there was a wine made by Owen Swift called The Prisoner, and it retails for like $40. And he kind of made this style of Zinfandel, Syrah, kind of what people really liked. And it was very, very jammy, very fruit-forward wine, okay? And so this wine called The Culprit is about $15, so it's a lot less the price, and but the quality is just up there at the same level. So people have really loved this style. And this is, you know, when you start...
It smells more tart than the other one that we had.
And this is what we call those kitchen sink blends, where it's
Yeah,
like you got
everything.
Syrah, but you really don't know what's in it.
Right.
And it's
It's good. I like it. It's tart. It's gives me a little woo when I take a sip of it. What about you, Shadow? I like it better than the first one because this one's got more flavor to me.
Actually, I
Cherry.
like the first one better. Are these chilled at all? Are
That's how I
these?
feel them. I brought them here. They're right about probably 60 degrees, 64 degrees. Why, they don't taste chilled to you?
No, they taste chilled.
Just like a bitch.
Actually, I usually do not chill my red wine.
I'm glad you said that. My best favorite tip, chill your red wine. When you buy wine and you take it home, put it in the fridge for 10 or 15 minutes. All wines should be chilled to some level. Not like white wine,
Right.
but you chill that down, you get less of the dryness, less of the astringent tannins, you get more of the flavors.
Okay.
And when it's just a room temperature, that dry wine can turn very dry. And that's why a lot of people go, oh, I don't like red wine, it's way too dry. Well, when you're drinking it at 75 degrees or, you know, it's a totally different wine than it is when you put that little chill on it to let those flavors come out.
Okay, I got another question for you about wine, and we're going to try our last one when we come back. It's Drinking 101. We've got that from Brandon in the studio talking about red blends, how to know where a good one is and where you can get it. Stick around.